It is said that truth is stranger than fiction. Maybe that is part of the power and appeal of urban legends. They seem possible. They might have really happened. But what happens when fiction crosses over into reality? What happens when the myth is so believable that people act on it in the real world? There are many sad stories like this. Let's take a look at one such story. It is a tale born on a very young internet. It is a tale that drove a little girl to do the unspeakable. It is the story of the Red Room Curse. The Red Room Curse is a Japanese urban legend. A red pop-up ad announces the death of the person who sees it on their computer screen. It may have started as an Adobe Flash horror animation in the late 1990s. While browsing the internet, someone will be greeted by a red pop-up saying, "Do you like? Anata wa suki desu ka?" The pop-up will always reappear if you try to close it, with more text coming out of the vertical line. Eventually, the text will say, "Do you like the red room? Anata wa akai heya ga suki desu ka?" According to legend, the screen will turn red and display a list of names of the previous victims. The user will sense something behind them and lose consciousness. Later, they will be found dead in that room, the walls painted red with blood. Another version is that a crack appears somewhere on the user's body and quickly grows in size, splitting them apart. In the late 1990s, a Japanese interactive Adobe Flash horror animation was uploaded to GeoCities. It told the story of a boy who died after seeing the pop-up. This story is believed to be the origin of the Red Room Curse urban legend. That is the entirety of the urban legend, but it is not the end of the story. It is the law in Japan that juvenile offenders' names cannot be made public by news media. Following that, although I am not part of news media, even though her name has apparently been discovered and might be more common knowledge today, I will not use that name in my video. Out of respect, I will also not use the name of the victim. If you have interest in learning those names, the information can be found online. June 1, 2004, Okubo Elementary School, Sasebo, Nagasaki Prefecture, Japan. It is lunch hour. Girl A, the name given to her by the police, took Girl B, the name I am using for the victim, to an empty classroom and slit her throat with a box cutter. When news of the crime became public, internet sleuths in Japan found what they thought was a picture of Girl A from a class photo of the victim. From the sweatshirt this girl was wearing in the photo, the name Nevada-tan, a childlike way of pronouncing Nevada-chan, was born. Girl A was 11 years old at the time of the murder. The victim was 12. Girl A spent the night at the police station where she confessed to police that she and Girl B had argued over cyberbullying. Girl A said that Girl B had called her fat, among other things. She was sentenced to 2 years of involuntary confinement at a reformatory. this sentence was extended by 2 years in 2006. But in 2008, it was announced that there would not be an additional sentence. Girl A was diagnosed after the murder with Asperger's syndrome because of issues with communication and obsessive interests. Regarding those interests, Girl A was a fan of the Red Room Flash animation and had read the novel Battle Royale and seen its film adaptation, which features young students fighting to the death. There are theories, not fully accepted at large, yet popular especially among politicians who seek to censor certain types of entertainment, that violent movies, music, and video games may encourage their viewers, listeners, and players to commit violent acts. The fictional acts become normalized in the users' minds. The users become desensitized to violence, or users believe the fictional content and act out on it. What do you think? Could the violence in the media that Girl A consumed have contributed to her decision to murder her classmate? Or did Girl A's preference for such media hint at underlying mental issues and tendencies towards violence? Leave your opinion in the comment section. I would love to read it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.